There it is. That's how I want it, baby. Now let me change my background real quick. I'm sorry y'all wasn't ready. I'm running a little bit late, but you never late when you on time. You never late when you operating in the divine. You already know. But yeah, we finna get started in a second. Listen to this music. We now live on the YouTube channel, baby. What's the name on the app of the cat and the plank with the plan on the plank with the eight? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, good morning, good morning. Get rising, get excited. You already know. Oh, y'all can't hear this music. I'm rapping too, but yes, ma'am. All right, bet. Get excited. What up, y'all? How you feel? It's the merch god himself. You already know, Merch Life J. Impact meeting number 4. Let me start this fan base room before I really go in. Before I really go in. Really go in. I sound like Hitman Holler right now. All right, hold up. Impact meeting number 4. So the breakdown before the breakthrough. The breakdown before the breakthrough. Impact. Impact meeting number 4. Oh, I spelled that wrong. All right, cool. Wham. Okay, so we in the room, bro. Please go back in there with your mom, please. All right, so we got the room going on Fanbase. We got the live going on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. Get excited. Finally, what up? I am Shayna. What up, Jaquena? I hope I said that right. If I butchered your name, my bad. Charge it to the head, not the heart. Today we talking about the breakdown before the breakthrough, man. The breakdown before the breakthrough. Now, if I can put this picture behind me, oh, that's cold. Yes, we got it, man. It's in there. So this is the title of the impact meeting today, y'all. The breakdown before the breakthrough. So I want to talk to you about this because we approaching this eclipse season. We approaching a lot of change, especially in this country, man. But to bring it back to you, to your business, to entrepreneurship, to parenting, to being an author, all of the things that I talk about, we got to talk about the breakdown before the breakthrough. Everything that happens, like I told you yesterday when we talked about attitude, everything that happens is happening for you and not to you, right? And we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that today, man. Hold up, because I want y'all to hear something. I want y'all to hear something in the background real quick, if I'm able to find it. So the breakdown before the breakthrough talks about how before you get what you actually deserve, before you get what you set out to get, you're gonna have to get broken down before you break through. In every aspect of life, there's a breakdown before a breakthrough. In every aspect. When a woman is pregnant with a child, right? And she's going through the and everybody is like, oh my god, baby is baby is gonna be a boy, or your baby is gonna be a girl, or you're guessing what the baby's gonna be. Everybody is like, yo, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. That's the good part. When you start something, everybody is happy about you starting it. Everybody is welcoming of you being that new person that you set out to be. But then somewhere around the second trimester, for some women it might be hard. Some women it might be hard. For some people, your business might be struggling right away. For some people, your book might be struggling right away. Your podcast might be struggling right away. But at some point, you're gonna go through some hardships. What up, tall boy? What up, big guy? You're gonna go through some hardships. At some point, you're gonna go through a time where people like, should I still be? Do I really want this? Because the universe, God, whatever you call it, it's gonna test you. This is a part of the breakdown, right? Now, when you get closer to your goal, when you get closer to where you set out to be, you'll begin to see things differently. You'll begin to see things not as should I give up or should I be doing this, but as I'm this close, so I can't give up. I'm super duper close. I'm actually closer to my goal than I am closer to where I started. So the breakdown happens when you realize that you are being tested to get this thing done, to get this thing finished. The breakdown happens when you are in that emergency, I'm sorry, in that what do they call it in the place where you birth baby? Yeah, it's a hospital, but it's like it's a certain section of the hospital. What up? It's a certain section of the hospital, uh, whatever it's called, the pregnancy bay or whatever they call it, right? Where you go to have the baby. Because it's a certain section they only do that at. Wherever you go to have the baby. When the woman is in that area of the hospital and she's pushing, she's in labor, and they say being in labor is the closest thing to death. When she's getting broken down and she can't breathe, and they like, you just gotta push. She's at literally the most painful moment of her life. The only Quran says, after difficulty comes ease. So after she goes through that anguish, that sorrow, that sadness, that that fear, almost dying. What happens, yo? What happens right after? She almost died so that she could bring about a new life. And this is the breakdown before her breakthrough. And again, it's the same story in every aspect of life. Whether you're talking about baking a cake, having a baby, starting a podcast, writing a book, selling your product, no matter what you're talking about, you have to be prepared to get broken down before you can reap the benefits of the breakthrough. So I want to let you know this because if you go into something without the mindset of knowing that you have to get broken down, that breakdown might be the thing that stops you from getting that breakthrough. If you can last just a little bit longer, if you can push just a little bit harder, if you can keep going just a little bit longer, your reward will be greater than what you set out to even get at first. When I'm in the kitchen and my kids is hungry and they like, Dad, is it dinner time yet? And I'm like, listen, son, listen. I'm whipping up the dinner right now, bro. Those hunger pains that they fighting, it might feel like they about to go crazy, like their stomach about to explode. Like it's nothing else that they can do. Like it's no way out of this situation. But then they hear me say, hey, y'all, come eat. And they just run out of their seat. They kick them off the wall and they jump over the couch and they race to the dining room and they're sweating. They wipe the brow from their forehead and flick it on their brother. They just like, oh my God, where's my fork? Because at that moment, after being broken down and told that they gotta wait for the last hour or 30 minutes or so, that moment of breakthrough when they get to put that first bite in their mouths and their mouth is watering and
their jaws is gyrating. They get to chewing on whatever I cooked that day. Yo, the breakdown before the breakthrough is crazy. So if you're going through something right now, if you feeling like, yo, I really don't want to do this no more. If you're struggling with these last 7 days of this Ramadan, understand the hardest part happens right before the best every time. I'm gonna tell you a quick story about my man. Right? There was this sales, there was this salesman, street salesman, this outdoor salesman. His name was Tony Stacks. And Tony Stacks, he was a pretty fun guy. Man. He was good at what he did. He knew how to sell. And one day, Tony Stacks was in a competition with a guy named Juicy J. The competition was for $500. Whoever sold the most products that day within the allotted time would win a $500 prize. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. They normally would get paid once a week, and it was on Wednesday. And throughout that week, they would make anywhere between $700 to $1,000. So having a bonus that's $500, which is like half of your check, is always a good thing to have, right? It's always a good thing, right? So being as though my man Tony Stacks wanted that reward, the first thing he did was say, "I know that I can get this. I'm gonna step out here and do my best." Now the cutoff time was 6 p.m. 6 o'clock, you gotta be back to the office to turn in your bag of merch and let them know what was sold and what wasn't, and how much money was collected, so they can determine how much profit you actually made. So they can put that on your check at the end of the week on Wednesday. Now it's about 4 o'clock, and Tony Stacks, he's 20 minutes away from the office. He's on foot, he's still walking. He's on one piece of the day, man. Just one piece. He sold one piece. Now the goal was to sell the whole bag. The bag has 12. Now Tony's not the type of guy to give up. Tony's not the type of guy to say, you know what, this is too hard for me. I'm gonna stop trying. But that day, Tony just wasn't feeling it. For some reason, he just couldn't make it work. So Tony went back to the office and he talked to the manager. He talked to the guy that always gets everyone excited before before they go out and sell their stuff, right? And Tony said, "I don't know what it is, man. Nobody's buying today. Is it because it's Tuesday? I don't know what it is, man. I mean, I'm talking to every person I see. I'm pitching every door, every store, every floor. You know, uh, I'm smiling. I'm using the eye contact and excitement. You know, I'm using the icebreaker on them. I don't know what the problem is." And the manager said, "Well, stack bundles." He said, "Well, stack bundles. Have you been putting the product in your hand? Have you been practicing product possession?" And Tony said, You know what? I haven't. Maybe that might be the issue. That might be the problem." And the manager said, "Well, Juicy J is on 10 right now. So if you want to win this prize, I mean, you're going to have to, you want to step the game up a little bit, buddy. It's 4:30 right now. You pretty much got an hour left because wherever you're going to go, it's going to be 30 minutes from the office. You're going to have 30 minutes to get back. You got to be back here by 6 if you disqualified, and then he automatically wins the 500 whether he's 40. And then it was just like, all right, he just felt overwhelmed. He was like, dang. And this was his breakdown. He just was like, dang, am I really worthy of this? Do I deserve this reward? Should this $500 be mine? And the manager said, well, Tony Stack Bundles, the answer to that question is up to you. Do you feel as though that you deserve this win? Do you feel as though you are worthy of winning this $500? Do you believe that you can beat Juicy J, the greatest salesman that ever lived in this competition? The greatest. The greatest. Like he's the bull Juicy J, he's like the Michael Jordan of sales. And Tony said, you know what? I do believe. You know what? I'm gonna go back out there for this last hour. You know what? I'm gonna put the product in everybody's hand. That's what pitch stands for. Put in the And Tony said, you know what, man? I ain't even gonna go far. I'm gonna go to that plaza down the street. This plaza is 5 seconds away, like literally at the end of the block. It's on the same block. It's less than a 5 minute walk away from the office. And Tony said, you know what? I'm gonna go to that plaza right now. I ain't even going far. I don't need to go far to go far. Get excited. You understand me? So Tony went back out there, man. By now it's 4:45. So he got about 45 minutes to make it happen, y'all. Tony had to make something. And with his blind fury, you understand me? With his dedication and determination, when he focused on his mind sight instead of his eyesight, Tony Stacks returned to the office at 5:58 p.m., swinging the bat like it was a yo-yo that he got from the Dollar General. And they looked at Tony Stacks and they said, the entire office looked upon the Stacky one, and they said, where is your merch, sir? Why are you swinging your bat like that? Like it's nothing in it. Tony looked upon them and he said, for I am the Stacky one. I have sold out. And Juicy J, when he heard this news, he's not a hater. He was excited. He said to himself, wow, that was a crazy way to end the day. Because Juicy J didn't sell out. He had the same 12 pieces as well. But he came back to the office with just one piece. Just one. Just, just one piece. And so Tony Stacks forever went down in history as the guy who beat Juicy J in the faithful showdown of North Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland. Get excited about that, man. So basically, you have to stay focused in the fourth quarter. You gotta keep that same momentum going that you had the whole game, yo. Because if you don't keep it going, like it's really easy to explain. If you're already winning, and you see that, and you see that there are some obstacles that may try to stop you from continuing, and those obstacles step their game up, and those obstacles ramp up the excitement, and those problems, those trials, those tribulations, they try to hold you back in every way that they can. It's only time for you to go harder, babe. It's only time for you to get more motivated, babe. It's only time for you to do even more than you've been doing before. So this thing here isn't about whether or not you're able to do it. We know you have the ability. We know that you have the ability to break through. But if you can't withstand the breakdown, then you don't deserve the breakthrough. If you can't go through the fire, then you don't deserve to enjoy that final meal. So this was Impact Meeting number 4. the breakdown before the breakthrough, man. And I'm Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker. You already know, man. If you liked what you heard today, donate towards Merchology, man. Go ahead and hit that cash app. You can donate $8 today. $8 is all we accept. You can donate more if you choose, but $8 to the Merch Life J Cash App will help you continue to receive broadcasts such as this. It will help us to continue to be able to pay for the StreamYard account so we can broadcast on several platforms simultaneously. It will help us continue to obtain high quality audio for you to hear this podcast in your vehicle. And if you don't got Cash App, the Apple Pay is 770-771-3841. Remember, man, there's going to be a breakdown. But if you can withstand the breakdown, you deserve every benefit of the breakdown. Once again, I'm your host. Rich Life J, motivational inspiration speaker from across the globe. If you find it in your heart today to donate that $8, we really appreciate it. I mean, you smoke $8. I mean, you'll eat $8. You feel me? I mean, you'll trick $8 off on your child at the dollar store just because they said, "I like this toy." And you know they're gonna break that toy in 24 hours. So put that $8 towards something that something that you benefit from, something that you have benefited from spiritually, mentally, emotionally, entrepreneurially. Yes, I think that that's what we do. We make words up. But but if you really think about it, all words are made up. Stay woke, bro. All right, get excited. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Peace.